Hi everyone, I am Andrea Marlar, and I am so sorry that I couldn't be there with you today, but I'm glad to have the opportunity to make a little video for you to get to know me a little better and what I do. So I am your Vice President of Fund Development and Community Engagement. And what is that, you ask? Well, it's a lot. So I will just kind of tell you what I do. So one of the first things, and what I feel is the most important thing, is faith-based relations. So, at being a Christian-based organization, our ties to our faith-based community are very important, not only to us fulfilling our mission, but for financial stability. So what I do in that capacity is I actually run a faith-based outreach group, which comprises about 20 churches here locally. And we get together and talk about all of our outreach and what we do, and what not only what they're doing, but more importantly, what Habitat is doing, and giving them opportunities to volunteer and to partner with us and give to us, and vice versa. So it's a great relationship, and I'm really happy about how that's going. Also, I sit on an advisory board with Thrivent Financial. They are one of our biggest grantors, and they are also a Christian-based organization, and they give grants out not only to us, but to other nonprofits in the community. So being on that advisory board has allowed me to really deepen relationships with other large churches and nonprofits in the area, which is fruitful for all of us. So that's kind of where we're at on faith-based engagement. The second thing I do is event-based fundraising. So when I was brought on to Habitat, the board wanted 2 events a year to raise funds. So typically what we've done since I've been here is a gala in the spring and a haunted house in the fall. So this year, I'm sure you all have heard that instead of the gala, we're going to do a coffee festival. So I'm so excited about that. I think it's going to be a huge success and something different, as Randy will tell you, from the regular galas that everybody does. I think it's going to be a great opportunity to bring in a lot of money, so we're really excited about that. And another part of my job is fund development. So the main part of that is really cultivating and maintaining donor relationships. The biggest thing that we've done to improve on that this year is purchasing a donor management software called Bloomerang. And we did a lot of research, extensive research, and that's the one we landed on. And I'm real happy with it and excited about it. So that's really going to allow us to increase our donor retention and our communication and help with overall fundraising. So I'm really excited about that. And something else that we do for fund development is, I don't know if you're aware, but Habitat, HFHI has the recommendation that you should not have more than 40% of your income come from one source. So one of the things that we've done is really try to figure out creative ways to diversify our revenue streams. So I developed and implemented the creation of the Upcycle Center. So that's situated within the Restore, and we have classes there, we do demos there. We've brought in Dixie Belle paint, which is what we use in the Upcycle Center, and now we sell it in the store, which helps bring in more money. And so the Upcycle Center, what we do is we take things that are in the Restore that need a little love, that may be sitting there, nobody's buying them, and we take them and then we transform them, whether it's repurposing them, so maybe taking a headboard from a bed and turning it into a bench, or maybe it's just an old armoire that just needs a new love with a fresh coat of paint. Whatever we do, we just make it new and fresh again, and we take something that might have sold for $20 and sell it for $200. And yes, that has happened. So it's a great way to follow our mission of the Restore of repurpose, recycle, reuse, and bring in more dollars and diversify our dollars. So that's been a great success for us, the Upcycle Center. And something else it does is it helps us increase our volunteer base. So we're able to expand those that work with us into seniors and youth. And we know that volunteers are the pathway to donors. We try to take those volunteers, make sure they have good experiences so that they become donors. So that has helped in that capacity. So something else I do is grant writing. One big barrier that we have for that right now is not having current audited financials. I think the last audited financials we have are about 2 or 3 years ago. So it's required for most grants. And so that is a big priority to get those so that we can write more grants and get more money, especially with the pandemic and the recession. I really feel like grants are going to be the biggest opportunity to bring in large amounts of cash. So that is a priority. And fortunately, though, we do have a couple of sources that don't require audited financials, Thrivent Financial being one of them. So a couple of years ago, we got a 50% grant to the tune of about $64,000, I think is what it was, to build. They funded 50% of our build on Frank Street. And we're hoping that we will be able to get that grant this year. And they will fund 50% of the house. But the twist is this year we have to rely on churches to commit to the other 50% of the house, which goes back to the whole faith-based relations I was talking about earlier and how important that is. So I think we're positioned well. I think that we've got great relationships with the churches, and I don't think that's going to be a problem. So hopefully this fall we'll have funding for a new house build, which is really exciting. And we've also gotten some other grants, some smaller grants. The one we just did, the matching grant, which you guys participated in, yay! And we had a Buddy Bench, $5,000 grant, which for those of you that weren't here, we partnered with 10 churches, over 100 volunteers, and built 13 benches for schools in the area. And that was a great experience, again, deepening our relationships with faith-based community, and made them really excited to partner with us on the house build coming up in the fall. So yay, that's exciting. Also, another grant that we've been able to get without audited financials are with the City of Norman and the Community Development Block Grant. And so we've been able to get funding to do our wheelchair ramps, which you may have seen us doing in the community. So that's a given. We've got that. We can do as many ramps as we want. They will continue funding that as long as we keep the price reasonable to build those. And we've got some new grant money from them to implement our Brush with Kindness program this summer. So it'll be exterior house painting, cleanup, weatherization, things like that. So we're really excited to get that going in this summer. Hopefully that'll be happening soon. And another part of my job is marketing, the creation of marketing materials, website design, social media content, and creation. We just finished overhauling our website. It looks amazing. If you haven't been there, stop by and take a look. Still not perfect. We're still making changes, but it is so much better than what it was. So I'm really excited about that. Something else that I'm in charge of is internships and experiential-based learning opportunities. So I develop and maintain internship opportunities for high school kids and college kids. Dimensions Academy, we've worked with them the last year. We've had a couple of students each semester. They learn practical skills like money handling, cashiering, customer service, donation processing, marketing, things like that. We work with OU. We get internships, usually 2 or 3 a semester, and they focus on things like data entry, fundraising, event planning, marketing, things like that. We also partner with Diana Hartley's class every semester. Or the last 2 semesters, we've been so fortunate. Her big nonprofit studies capstone class usually does a project for us, and it's great. It gives us great insight into our business and how we're doing. And most recently, we partnered with the AARP and had a senior come in to work for us through a grant. So that's been really good. When the pandemic started, we had to let him go for safety reasons, but we're excited to get that going again. I also am the liaison with the OU Habitat Club. We assist with recruitment, provide volunteer opportunities, and support their events. Also lead international travel. This is a big draw for people. The money that's spent goes towards our tithe for HFHI. A couple of years ago, we went to Vietnam, and it was a great experience. I had a large group ready to go to Thailand this spring, but with the pandemic again, we had to put that on ice. So hopefully that'll happen soon because I've got a lot of people that are excited to going. I would say that's basically my job in a nutshell, what I do. My 2 biggest accomplishments, I think, last year were the website design. That was a big one. Getting it mobile friendly, user friendly was big, and getting our donor-based software was just vital for us to be successful in fund development. The biggest challenges I see in the next year are getting our audited financials so that we can get more grant money. And I think that's it. So Again, most of you I've met, and if I haven't, I hope to meet you soon and see you around. Come see us at the Restore, and thank you so much for giving of your time. I know that we are all so busy and time is precious, and we just appreciate you so much. All right, have a great day.